The Sonora sun beat down on the corrugated metal roof. A young Julio Cesar Chavez slept inside. His bed was not a bed but a rough cot. His home, a discarded train car in the sprawling slums of Ciudad Obregón. Poverty was his reality, a stark contrast to the dreams of glory swirling in his young mind. He dreamt of escape, of a life beyond the limitations of his circumstance. Chavez knew hunger, he knew the sting of want. He also knew an unyielding spirit inherited from his mother. She instilled in him the will to persevere, to fight for something better. He carried her lessons with him, etched deep within his heart. They fueled his ambition, ignited a fire that poverty couldn't extinguish. Life in Obregón was harsh. It was a breeding ground for despair, for broken dreams and shattered hopes. But amidst the struggle, Chavez found solace in an unlikely place, the boxing ring. It became his sanctuary, a canvas upon which he would paint his masterpiece of resilience. With each punch thrown, each drop of sweat shed, he chipped away at the walls of poverty, inching closer to a life he dared to imagine. The gym was Chavez's escape, a world away from the dust and despair of the slums. Here, sweat was currency, discipline, his religion. He trained with a ferocious intensity, driven by an insatiable hunger for something more. His small frame belied a powerful spirit, forged in the crucible of hardship. He possessed an innate talent, a natural instinct for the sweet science. Every punch was a prayer, a testament to his unwavering will. He fought not just for himself, but for his family, for the hope he carried for a brighter future. His coaches saw in him a rare breed, a fighter with the heart of a lion and the work ethic of a demon. They nurtured his raw talent, honed his skills into razor-sharp weapons. Outside the gym's doors, temptations lurked. The allure of easy money, the seductive whispers of vice, all threatened to derail his focus. But Chavez remained steadfast. Boxing was his salvation, his path to redemption. He clung to it with unwavering determination, knowing it was his only ticket out of poverty's grip. Chavez's rise through the amateur ranks was meteoric. He tore through opponents, his relentless style a force of nature. He was a whirlwind of punches, a relentless pressure fighter who broke down his adversaries with relentless aggression. His victories were not merely wins, but declarations of defiance against the limitations imposed by his circumstances. With each knockout, with each championship belt secured, Chavez's legend grew. He became a symbol of hope for the downtrodden, a beacon of inspiration for those who dared to dream beyond their circumstances. His story resonated with the masses, particularly in Mexico, where his struggles mirrored their own. His professional debut was met with thunderous applause. The energy in the arena was electric, fueled by the hopes and dreams of a people yearning for a hero. Chavez didn't disappoint. He dismantled his opponent with surgical precision, announcing his arrival on the world stage with an exclamation point. The boy from Obregón had arrived. He was no longer just fighting for himself. He carried the hopes of a nation on his shoulders. Chavez's fame transcended the sport of boxing. He became a cultural icon, a symbol of Mexican pride and resilience. His fights were more than just sporting events, they were national celebrations, moments of collective joy and unity. Millions tuned in, their hearts pounding in unison with every punch he threw. He embraced his people, and they embraced him in return. They saw in him a reflection of their own struggles, their own hopes and dreams. His victories were their victories. His triumphs, a testament to the indomitable spirit of the Mexican people. He carried their hopes and dreams on his shoulders, and he never let them down. He was more than just a champion. He was a leader, an inspiration to millions who saw in him the embodiment of their own potential. He proved that greatness could be achieved, even from the humblest of beginnings. Section 5. Into the Jaws of Fame. Fame, like a siren's call, can lure even the strongest into treacherous waters. Chavez, once a beacon of humility, found himself swept away by the adulation, the constant praise and unwavering adoration. The bright lights and extravagant lifestyle that came with success began to cast long shadows over his life. He surrounded himself with yes-men, with those who enabled his growing appetites. The discipline that had been his bedrock began to crumble. The temptations he had once resisted now whispered seductively in his ear, promising escape from the pressures of his own making. The hunger that had fueled his rise was replaced by a different kind of hunger, a craving for the fleeting highs that fame and fortune offered. He began to lose his focus, his dedication waning as he succumbed to the allure of the fast life. The cracks in his armor, once invisible, were beginning to show. Section 6. The Price of Glory. The inevitable downfall began subtly, a gradual descent into the abyss of addiction. What began as a means to cope with the pressures of fame soon morphed into a full-blown crisis. Chavez, once invincible in the ring, found himself fighting a different kind of battle, one against his own demons. His performances in the ring suffered. The once unstoppable force now showed signs of vulnerability. His timing was off. His punches lacked their trademark power. The losses, once unthinkable, began to mount. The world watched in disbelief as their hero faltered. His personal life, once a source of strength, became tabloid fodder. His name, once synonymous with pride, was now linked to scandal and controversy. The fall from grace was painful to witness, a stark reminder of the fragility of fame and the seductive power of addiction. Section 7. Facing the Shadows. The road to redemption is seldom paved with good intentions. It demands brutal honesty, a willingness to confront the darkest corners of one's soul. Chavez, stripped of his titles and his aura of invincibility, was forced to confront the wreckage of his own making. It was a long and arduous journey fraught with setbacks and relapses. The demons he battled were relentless, their grip on him tenacious. But somewhere deep within, the fighting spirit that had propelled him to greatness flickered back to life. He sought professional help, confronting his demons head-on. He leaned on the unwavering support of his family, their love a beacon of light in his darkest hours. Slowly, painfully, he began to piece his life back together. The road to redemption was long and arduous, but he refused to give up. Section 8. A fighter's redemption. Redemption rarely arrives with fanfare. It's a quiet victory, a personal triumph over adversity. Chavez's redemption didn't erase the mistakes of the past, but it allowed him to find peace and purpose in the present. He dedicated himself to helping others battling addiction, sharing his story with raw honesty and vulnerability. He became a cautionary tale, a testament to the destructive power of fame and the importance of seeking help. His honesty resonated with millions who had followed his career, reminding them that even the greatest among us are vulnerable to life's pitfalls. He found solace in giving back, in using his platform to make a difference in the lives of others. He established rehabilitation centers, offering a lifeline to those struggling with the same demons that had haunted him. His legacy, once tarnished, was being rewritten, one act of kindness at a time. Section 9. Chavez, a legacy forged in blood and glory. Julio Cesar Chavez's legacy is one of complexity and contradiction. He was a flawed hero, a man who achieved greatness but stumbled along the way. His story is a reminder that even the brightest stars can be consumed by darkness, but also that redemption is possible, even from the deepest depths of despair. His impact on boxing is undeniable. He retired with a record of 107 wins, 6 losses and 2 draws, with 86 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He is considered one of the greatest boxers of all time, his aggressive, relentless style inspiring a generation of fighters. But his legacy extends far beyond the ring. He showed the world that greatness can emerge from the most unlikely of places. He gave hope to millions, proving that with hard work, dedication, and an unyielding spirit, anything is possible. Section 10. The enduring spirit of El Gran Campeón Mexicano. The boy who once slept in a train car, who fought his way out of poverty to conquer the world, remains an enduring icon. His story, like all great stories, is one of triumph and tragedy, of resilience and redemption. Julio Cesar Chavez, El Gran Campeón Mexicano. made a couple of mistakes, but his fighter strength was there with him, strong and ready to fight again and again, in the company of who believe in him, and he showed respect to himself and honored it. His journey, not easy but never impossible to the pinnacle of athletic achievement, serves as a timeless testament to the indomitable spirit that resides within us all. He reminds us that even in the face of adversity, even when knocked down by life's cruelest blows, we have the power to rise again, stronger and more resilient than before.